As a pediatrician, you deal with new moms on a regular basis. Do you find today's new moms to be better informed when it comes to taking care of their babies?
Actually, no. And I was surprised because new moms have access to information 24/7. It used to be that moms would take a prenatal class, read some books, and really get a lot of good information in the hospital before they left. Now it seems that new moms are opting for reading books over prenatal classes. And unfortunately, they're not finding that these books answer everything they need. Only 1 in 3 moms felt that the books were adequately preparing them for topics like feeding. In addition, 1 in 5 millennial moms felt that the hospital didn't do a great job preparing them for formula feeding. So it surprised me because, again, they have access to the information, but they're not getting a great trusted resource. So storebrandformula.com has put together a great ebook to help millennial moms understand the ins and outs of formula feeding.
Oh, that's really interesting. What are the safety issues around feeding with formula?
That's a great question. Storebrandformula.com did a recent survey where they surveyed 2,000 new moms to look at their feeding practices and concerns. And wow, some of the stuff they found was really surprising. The first formula safety myth that we found was that parents think it's okay to dilute formula. I was really surprised to learn that 50% of parents admit to sometimes or always diluting formula, and this is a dangerous practice. It can lead to electrolyte imbalances as well as dilute essential nutrients necessary for growth and development. So I always tell my parents to follow the instructions on the container and to never dilute their formula. The second safety myth that we found was that parents think it's okay to heat up a baby bottle in the microwave. You never want to do this. What this does is create hot spots within the formula that don't necessarily go away with shaking, and your baby can burn their mouth. This is really dangerous. Please never do it. The third formula myth is that it's okay to refeed a bottle to a baby. You never want to do this. When you introduce a bottle into the baby's mouth, saliva gets into the bottle and it starts to grow. Even if you go ahead and put that bottle in into the refrigerator, it only slows down the growth. And so you really don't want to reintroduce bacteria to your baby by refeeding a bottle. I tell my parents if they haven't finished a bottle within an hour, they need to throw it out. The other thing I like to tell my parents is if a baby has touched a bottle with its lips, don't put it into the refrigerator.
With all the things new parents have to worry about, it's surprising that feeding their baby is also something they need to pay attention to.
This actually didn't surprise me at all. The same concerns always surround the newborn period. The number one concern is what are we going to do if our baby gets sick? The second concern surrounds feeding, and specifically, how much should I be feeding my baby? And the third surrounds the cost associated with having a baby and raising a baby. So for my budget-conscious families, I let them know that store brand formula is a great option if they're going to be formula feeding. Not only is it nutritionally equivalent to national brands, it's 50% off every day. So it's a great option. They're getting the same great formula and they're actually saving up to $600 a year.
What were the biggest takeaways of the survey for you?
Wow. I think the biggest takeaway was just how many misconceptions there are out there surrounding feeding. There's a lot of confusion. So I think we, as physicians and nurses, we have to do a better job educating our patients about feeding. StorebrandFormula.com wants to be a trusted resource for millennial moms. And so they've created a handout, which is a downloadable ebook on formula feeding. This website also has great information for families about parenting topics, answers to frequently asked questions, as well as engaging videos about formula feeding and baby feeding in general.
That's some great information. Thank you for joining us, Doctor.
You're welcome.